Howdy everybody, and welcome back to the Mega Man tutorial. Last time we set up the dog object, the final mid-boss enemy for our Mega Man tutorial. So we've been teasing this for a while, but we have our loot table and we want to actually be able to drop drops when we kill our enemies. So today we are going to work on doing pickups. So let's get cracking. First off, we can go in and we can uncomment all this stuff, because we are going to put in object pickup extra life, object pickup large HP, large energy, small HP, and small energy. And we're actually going to want to set up a over here in our objects. I put this underneath enemy objects, drops. We're going to create a bunch of objects here. So object underscore pickup underscore small underscore HP. Oops. Copy and paste that. Alright, there we go. We got 5 different, well, 6 objects there for our fun. Let's give them some sprites. Small HP, so come on down over to pickups. Small HP. It's just this little sprite that flashes back and forth, and the sprite is centered. Large HP is almost the same, except it's the large one. And also, we need to come over to our parents. And we have parent pickup, so we need to remember to set our objects to use parent pickup. There we go. Small energy gets the small one. Parent pickup. Large energy gets pickups. Large energy, parent pickup. And pickups extra life. And last but not least, our E-Tank. This is actually all the pickups in the game, really, so you can use that fairly easily in your various projects. Alright. We need to come back to our parent object here, the parent pickup object, and we're actually going to put all the code that is used by our objects into the parent for the most part here. We give our objects, our pickup objects, a image speed of 0.5 and a death timer, so after 6 seconds the object will self-destruct. And we actually have speed fraction, gravity, max speed, fall speed, etc. Because the objects, they don't start off sitting on the ground. They start off wherever the enemy object is, its origin is, and then they sort of jump into the air and then fall to the ground. So we have to include that. So let's also put in a step event here, and it's just a really basic movement system. check to see if we're on the ground by checking to see if one pixel underneath us is any tile that is not the empty space tile. Acceleration is just Y speed. Our Y fractures are the same. Our collisions and movements are the same as they are in most things. Then death, if death timer is less than or equal to 0, and I'm not an extra life pickup, then destroy me. Death underscore timer underscore minus minus. We can also set up over here other views outside view 0. Because once you go outside of the view, they would destroy themselves, but I don't actually know. I can't remember off the top of my head if they would actually destroy themselves if you go outside the view with them. They might not. Otherwise, they would have put that in there in the first place, I guess. Maybe. It's completely no idea. I'd have to actually check it out. Yeah. We don't want extra lives to be disappearing after 6 seconds. They stick around. And that's all we need for the small HP, the large HP, the small energy, the large energy, the extra life, and almost the E-Tank. The E-Tank has a slightly different step event. So we'll inherit the original. Oh wait, never mind. We don't inherit the original, actually. We kill the original. Because E-Tanks don't drop. They exist. You place them into the game. Like so. There we go. Alright. Alright, that's all those. So let's go into our enemy objects here. So we had the bunny. We can uncomment all the code in there. We also have the bat. Uncomment that code as well. Now we can actually create these drops when we kill the enemies. But we still need to be able to actually pick them up. So let's open up our player object. Go into our step event. And let me see if I can find it in mine. Here we go. Pickup check. Alright, right after state execution, we do a pickup check. So let's bring in this pickup check section. Check to see if at our current position, if there is a pickup. If there is a pickup, then check the object index, and if for a large HP object, then if our object HP dot object stats dot HP is equal to object stats dot max HP, then just destroy the pickup object. Don't play a sound when you pick it up. Don't restore energy. Don't do anything with it. You just destroy it because it's not needed. Else var underscore instance equal instance create layer instance object restore energy, and inst dot pickup underscore is equal to underscore pickup dot object index, and then destroy the object. So we have another object here we're going to have to create in a bit. So we have our large HP, our small HP. Again, these all use the exact same code. Large energy, small energy, use the exact same code. Then we have object pick up extra life. If our lives are less than 99, I set that arbitrarily. I don't know if you can actually go up to 99 lives in Mega Man. Maybe you can. Then when we pick up the extra life object, then increase our amount of lives in our object stats and play the 1-up sound and destroy the pickup, of course. This will trigger whether or not the lives increase, so it doesn't really matter one way or another. And same thing with the E-Tank. We can only pick up 3 of them, and if we try to pick up any more than 3, we just end up destroying it. I don't know if that's what actually happens in the game because I've never had more than 3 E-Tanks, so I have no idea. So let's create, with the energy, we have to also check our ammo for our weapon as well. So let's create that restore energy. Let's see if I can find it over here. Restore energy, restore energy. Is it a game object? No, it's a, oh wait, it's a player object, I think. Yeah, I put it into player objects. There's a lot that goes into this object here. We're at 11 minutes. Alright, so we got plenty of time. Under player object, create a new object. Object underscore restore energy. And we're going to copy and paste, get this in here as fast as we can. Pickup is equal to no one when we create it. Application underscore surface underscore draw enable is equal to false because we are going to be handling drawing manually. When you pop up the restore energy object, we actually pause everything and just draw a screenshot during the energy restoration process. We need to get the GUI width and height and create a surface using that information as well. Excuse me. Variables, we know so that we know when the screenshot has been captured. So captured is equal to false. Sprite is equal to no one because we're going to convert our screenshot into a sprite. And targeting, target is equal to 0 and timer underscore is equal to 0. Add a user event 0. We actually trigger this to determine based on pickup. So we remember back here, we set our pickup equal to the object index of whatever pickup we just picked up. So we can then go into here and figure out what we want to do. So if our pickup is a large HP unit, then target underscore is equal to object stats to HP plus 12. So that's where we want to go to. And target is equal to the minimum of target or object stats dot max underscore HP underscore. So this clamps our value to the maximum of either the max HP or our whatever our HP would be after we add 12 to it. And I probably could have done this with a single line using a regular clamp, but this is the way I did it. Same with the small HP, we got 4. And again, object stats.ammo, using object stats.current weapon, plus 12. And plus 4. And with E-Tank, do object stats.max HP. So this would be if we use a E-Tank. So we're going to need a step event. Let me pop out all this code here. So one of the things you need to know about is that this step event won't execute until the second frame until the frame after the frame where the object is created. That's important because it allows us to trigger some events without having to worry about something or other. Can't remember exactly why. So if timer mod 4 is equal to 0, so we had this timer here which increments every frame. Oh yeah, it's important because that means that this won't trigger on the very first frame, because the very first frame it will not do any of this, but it will trigger on the next frame. Switch pickup, again, our large HP and small HP use the same code. Our E-Tank uses this code, and our large energy and small energy use the same code again. So if our pickup is a large or a small HP unit, then we approach our obj_stats to .HP towards our target by 1. So every 4 frames we increase our HP by 1. That way you have that steady progression from whatever to whatever. If object stats.HP is equal to target, so once we've reached our target destination, then reactivate all of the objects that we deactivated. And when did we deactivate them? Well, we actually deactivated them in the draw GUI begin. Ugh. I'm slightly backwards here. We're on my actual order of operations. So this won't execute on the first frame, but this will, because we are still inside of the the draw GUI event happens after the step events. And the reason why this doesn't execute on the first frame is because we create it in the step event. So we've already created this in the step event, so it can only execute events that are further downstream from the step event. So if we haven't captured a screenshot yet, then set capture equal to true. Set our blend mode to BM1, BN0. I do this because this was suggested by someone else as the best way to capture a screenshot. I have no idea if it actually is necessary, but I do it anyways. Surface set in clear, a little script I actually made. It just sets up a surface here. It just creates a surface if necessary, or recreates it and sets it as our target, and draw underscore clear underscore alpha clears the surface. So surface set and clear, as you can see. If our surface doesn't exist, then create the surface. Using the width and height, we pass it. GUI width, GUI height. Our draw clear color and our draw clear alpha. if the surface underscore width of underscore width surf does not equal underscore width, or height does not equal the height we want, then resize the surface to the height and width that we want. Then set and clear and return the values surf. So if we need to do further stuff with it, we can actually do that. Then, so once we've set and cleared our surface, then we draw the application surface on to the surface that we just set as our target. Then reset our surface and set our blend mode back to normal and create a sprite from surface. And this is so that we don't lose the surface from pausing events and stuff, because now it's saved in memory as a sprite instead of volatile. Then we start drawing this sprite that we have created, and that will be our screen as we can see it from that point on. Then we deactivate all of our objects, same way as we deactivate them when we transition between rooms, and determine what we're going to target for HP/energy restore. So event user 0. That stuff there. So once we've actually captured a image, then we draw underscore sprite. So we just draw the sprite after that. All right. So once our HP, back to this, once our HP has reached our target, then reactivate all of our objects that we deactivated. And the CRT thing, you can ignore that for the moment. It's extra that I've been working on, but I don't think I'll include. It'll be available in the code for you if you want to check it out, if you are a Patreon member and can check out the code. So we'll just comment that out for the moment. I need to uncomment that from our object stats. No, okay. I'm starting to drag here on my energy. But we'll finish this off here. 23 minutes, so we're looking pretty good. Object stats to HP. Again, it's basically just like with the large and small HP. Yeah, it's exactly like it, except that when we do the HP, we don't activate any of our objects because we have the pause menu open when we're using an E-Tank, and we'll get to the pause menu later on. So the pause menu will reactivate all the objects when we close that. Also remember to play the energy fill sound on as long as we are in as long as we are refilling our HP. All right, that should be everything in there. So let's come back to our object stats real quick. Let's reduce our player's HP to 4. And let's give it a try here. See how many times we crash. Got an E-Tank there. there. Oh, there we go. We haven't created object stats, have we? Or did I forget to make it persistent? Yes, I forgot to make it persistent. That would be useful. There we go. That's not what I wanted. I wanted an energy piece so I can restore my HP. Darn it. There we go. Oh, there we go. Something to do with our camera. Underscore X, not set before reading it. Oh yeah, because I don't have an else case for if my target doesn't exist. Because this should be inside of there. Rather than waiting for the mountain to come to me, I'll make the end mountain. I'll just drop one in like that. We're there, but we're not drawing because I haven't told it to reset itself yet. That would be a problem. Instance destroy. Oh. I need this line to not be uncommented. I just need to actually remove that completely because we're not going to be using the CRT object here. We need to remember to restore the application surface to its normal function at that point. Alright, I believe that we are complete. And our tutorial for today is finished. So let's write off some Patreon sponsor names. I'd like to thank Fragile Hearts, Crew Patreon, Damian Kenneth Klein, John Dickey, and Vladimir Solitov for your support of the NES GameMaker so far. Your support is encouraging and helps me continue to want to produce these for everyone in the future. Remember, if you have a question or comment, leave one behind in the comment section, or you can join us on the Discord. The link is in the show information. And remember, until next time, good luck with your programming.